Tools and tools and tools and rules. Good morning. Good morning, people. Oh no, I'm just seeing people around me in the truck. What they up to? Gotta keep an eye on people, man. People are people. They doing people stuff. I don't know. They got little people. Oh. They're putting little people in the strollers. They got the sexiest strollers now. Oh my gosh. I should show it to you guys. I don't think I can. Now would just be wrong to show you people putting their baby in the stroller. Oh, they got two of them. Look at that. Oh, y'all little freaks. Y'all had I'm watching people in the rearview mirror. I'm sorry. Man, they got nice strollers. It's like a big box. It's got a big wheel so you don't hit them bumps and stuff. We had one stroller growing up. Y'all remember that one stroller? The one with the reverse hook thing, and you get the straight and it makes that noise going down. Every bump you hit, you feel every damn bump jumping, flipping around. Got iron metal bars. Let's say they're iron bars. Your mama going too fast and you hitting bars on the side of your head. I'm sorry. I know I'm giggly. I observe people. People are just the most peoply. They're just they so peopleish. They doing people stuff. They taking that baby out. The thing I will say about these people is I'm putting them on blast, but I'm not showing none of what they doing. Is ain't they got the baby breathing oxygen. I love y'all. I love you. They can't hear me. I love y'all. Y'all got your baby breathing oxygen. That's a good thing. Babies need to breathe oxygen. Babies don't. Ain't nothing that. All right, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not. I actually don't want to talk about that today, to be honest with y'all. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? I got things to show y'all. I've been working on my tools. I can actually flip things across the screen now while I'm sitting out here. Like I can do this. Bang, bam, look at this. We must learn to passively accept that an unjust system is to cooperate with that system and thereby become a participant in evil. Don't be evil, y'all. Don't be Google. Don't be Google. Because Google's thing was don't be. I'm being nosy. Google's thing was don't be evil, and they were like, "No, evil's okay. It's okay." All right, I'm being nosy as hell. I'm just what they doing people stuff, y'all. I love people. I do. They do. Oh, they taking pictures of the baby and selfies of the baby. Okay, all right. I think they can hear me now. Let me stop. Like, oh, the Negroes in the truck looking at us. That's a good way to get a citation, get arrested or something. But oh no, back to that Martin Luther King quote. That's powerful. That's powerful. It makes perfectly good sense. Let me go into the comments and see who's here this morning. If you capitulate to evil, you're evil. If you collude with evil, you're evil. You get down with evil, you're evil. You're sticking your ding-a-ling in evil, you're evil. Evil dang-a-ling going evil. You can't collude with evil. You can't work with evil. Can't be in the bed with evil. Can't go along with evil in any way, or you're evil. All right. We need to stop this collusion. No, what I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the experiment. I'd love to avoid that. I'm so sick of it. I finally understand it though. I had to go back and watch Tree Big Dell like 4 times before I really understood the hypothesis of that scientist, who is basically a prophet with his first hypothesis that if y'all go do that, you're going to make some variations. And everybody went to go do that. He said, you can't do that in mass, right? The Pro V guy. He said, no, that's not what our tool does. This is my life work. You're using my tool wrong, which isn't like, that shouldn't surprise anybody, right? Because the other guy, Dr. Robert Malone, right? The other Pro V guy, he's the inventor or one of them of the mRNA and DNA thing, right? So, which is interesting too, because they got like half of my family to vaccinate themselves because half of my family is racist. And they told him, oh, it's a black woman. The churches, the black churches, yes, sellouts. They didn't sold Jesus out, just sold him under the floor. They're like, oh, the black person did the machination, so it's okay to take. They invoked the racism, which is not funny. It's not funny. I know it's kind of funny. It's funny to me. It's funny to me because I don't think it's too late. I know this is speculation. What I post is scientific is not speculation. When I post the hypothesis by the scientist, I keep forgetting his name. Gear no, that's Bandar Bush. That's somebody else. He's the one that helped with the Bushes with 9/11, some other people in the country that we did not prosecute. We made him president. Bush something. Anyway, that scientist and the other one. I understand their hypothesis now. I understand what they're saying, and we in trouble. Like I said yesterday, we in trouble. It took me a little while to process it. I get it now. I get the hypothesis, so I can talk about it. I just not on here. You're not allowed to help people on here. So yeah, but the black church, they invoke racism all the time. Oh, come on, they act like it's a new thing. The white churches invoke racism. The Irish church invoke racism. If your church is like mostly a thing, you're going to use that thing to get the because the chicken bakes don't make enough money, honey. Okay, stand up for Irish freedom. All right, churches because the churches in Ireland involved with the IRA. Yeah, right? Like it's just profit, right? And this goes back, it's just economics. That's all. That's just like if you put money between Jiza and the people, then the economics is going to determine the science of the religion. Same thing with science. This brother Hank, I don't know, I love the brother to death, but he backing around on the thread. He trying. He putting his foot in. He trying, but brother, it's too late. It's way too late. The science was put out there. It was a hypothesis right there. Two hypotheses. One, we're going to inject everybody with this. Everybody going to be okay. Grandma going to be safe. We good to go. And the other hypothesis, no, if you inject everybody with that, you're going to make some variations. And guess what happened? The results of that study, they're in VAERS database. So all I got to do, people disagree over the statistics, and I get that. I get funny when it gets to statistics, I did do that in corporate America. I just get a little loopy on it because there are too many chain of custodies, right? That if you don't know anything about, then the statistics can be completely useless, right? The bottom line is that one person in VAERS lost their life. Okay. Is one person in VAERS that got injured? Okay. Then that science is settled. But he's trying. I give him credit for that. He believes, boy, he really believes. But I think what he doesn't understand yet is that there aren't two categories of people, right? It's not the news is lying to everybody. Okay. You don't have pro V and anti V. You got, first of all, hundreds of categories. But to me, the three popular ones. And let's count them. Hold on. I'm not even sure where I'm at anymore. You got pro V, right? You got pro E, which is not pro V, right? The pro V is fighting with the pro E. And they've been doing that. The real pro V, not the fake pro V, not the religious pro V, because it's a religious pro V and they became pro E. You understand what I'm saying? So the original pro Vs were like, nah, that's not ours. Nope, it take 5 years to make ours. Y'all did not take 5, y'all took 5 minutes. So pro V, yeah, pro E, and you got anti V. Now, damn it, I guess now you got anti V. We should stop making categories. Well, we just say, you know what, we don't know. And that's they're 5 categories. That's what it is. They're 5 categories. Like, you know what, everybody say something that makes some kind of sense, but obviously we did the wrong thing. So now it's time to stop capitulating with evil. Anyway, I got a bunch of quotes this morning. I'm gonna read through comments. I just want to flip one more across the screen. That was that. Oh, the art of war. Oh, that's so important. When you're at war, you need to look at the art of war. Look at this. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. You understand that? Why in the hell would you fight if you can defeat your enemy without even raising your sword? Like, that's just dumb. Why would you shoot a cannon and your enemy is so weak you can actually defeat them just by not using their system? Which is the funny thing. Because when the enemy is systematic, which is what Martin Luther King said a minute ago, when the enemy is systematic, you know who the enemy actually is? It's you. It's the users. Right? You work for the companies, you buy their products, you believe in them. When the enemy is systematic, the enemy is you if you are in that system. So how you defeat the enemy, you just stop being a user of the system. And the enemy dies. So why in the world would you fight yourself? That's like hitting yourself. Don't hit yourself. And do not outsource your immune system. That's not going to end up well, because I actually understand the science behind his hypothesis now. Good morning, everybody. And I think it's 1 or 2 more. Look at this. The wise warrior avoids the battle. Boom. Sun Tzu. Avoid the battle. Why would you fight if you ain't got to? If you can go with some if you can take like magic pixie sprinkly dust and you can go in your own mirror and like stop being evil self. Then guess what? You win. That's it. Why would you fight? You ain't got to. That's just stupid to me. Let me see. I think I got 2 more, and then I'm gonna read comments, and then we'll wrap it up. I'm not gonna be. Oh, look at this, more people out here. God, they just being peoply. I'm out here at a park. Oh, they're just peoply. Oh my, I love people. They just doing people stuff. Anyway, we no longer identify with the UNV. You're pure blood. Yes, I'm a pure blood. And the funny thing about pure blood, that actually is not an identity. I don't like identity. There's people everywhere. Got these lob fart cars. Um, yeah, that's just natural. That's like organic food. Ain't no such thing as organic food. There's food and there's a bunch of other bullshit. There's no pure blood. No, you human. You human supposed to have human blood in you. You're not a Pfizerian. You're not supposed to have Pfizerian blood in you. You're not a Modernian. You're not supposed to have Modernian blood in you, right? My hope is this. My hope is people who engage in the experiment, epigenetics will flip off what these ignorant people just slipped on. That's my hope. Because that's the one question that has not been answered to me that I don't understand yet. And no one can answer it for me yet. Maybe one of y'all can, which is so when you use mRNA to modify DNA to make something called a spike protein that should not be in your body. Ain't nothing in the Smike Moteen. You look back to Genesis in the Bible, back to the Gita in the Quran. Ain't nothing in there like, and God made man put and woman and put a Smike Moteen in there. Ain't no Smike Moteen. Smike Moteen ain't supposed to be in there at all anywhere. All right. So if your body's making something that's not supposed to be in there because they want to get some sort of response because they think they're smart enough to keep up with the mutations in a laboratory, mutations that occur billions of times per second. And they got about 20 microscopes. Does your body fight it for life? I think that's the hard part. Does your body, because if epigenetics does not turn it off, then your body is going to keep making something that your body's going to have to keep fighting for life. That's called an autoimmune condition. We talked about that before. And nobody's answered that question. So I'm curious as to what the answer is to that, because that is highly dangerous, and that explains some of the things that they're talking about in terms of immune exhaustion. But I loosely enough understand it to know that you want to be a pure blood. That's all. And you hope that your body goes back to being pure blood if you got tricked. And also, we can't be divided. We can't be. I got jokes, and I know y'all. Oh, Gerard, you see, we're not divided. You got to making jokes about us. No, I have to make jokes. Y'all don't understand how that works. You got to make jokes about me. I got to make jokes about. If we're not making jokes about each other, then we in trouble. We got to make jokes. We got to laugh, have some fun. People joking with me about my damn mustache. That's what family does, y'all. We love each other. We joke with each other, but we ain't let nobody hurt each other, right? Like that's how we get down like that. Real talk. I got a brother crazy as hell. Oh, he just crazy. He should have a crazy on his forehead, just right there. He just crazy as hell. And we disagree probably 82% of the time, But that's my guy. Nutty as hell. But that's my guy. I'm not gonna tell you the agency he works for because y'all be like, oh, Gerard must be CIA then. Y'all gonna make up more rumors. That's my guy. I remember. Imagine little fat Gerard just roly-polying around the neighborhood. I told that story before, and the bully came up because I was friends with the bully's little brother and the bully's big brother. It was bad. Like, because, it was a love-hate relationship. My little poor white friend. And poor white friend, I'm going to call PWF. I'm going to call him PWF. And it's a guy my heart goes out to. Anyway, because I lived in a rich black neighborhood. Yes, I did. Now, we weren't rich, but I think them Negroes had money, to be honest with you. They just wouldn't tell me. That's what, because my father kept saying stuff. See, I got money. You ain't got no money. No, I'm okay. I got a house. I got cars and stuff. You ain't got nothing. Yeah, he basically told me I was homeless when I ran away from home. And he let me. He's like, go on, boy, go on out here, take clothes with you, but you ain't gonna take nothing else of mine. I'm gonna let you have your clothes in drawers because I don't want you out there with your clothes in but I no damn clothes on. So yeah, no, they had PWF. And right. So his big brother came down. He was a bully, big time bully. And so PWF, it was a love-hate relationship, and he should hate me. He 100. I have no idea how that man did not go to the KKK. He should have went to the KKK big time. He should have been a white supremacist. And he wasn't. He was like my friend 87% of the time. But every now and then he'd catch a case, right? He'd catch a case. He had a bunch of beagles and dogs and stuff because that made him feel tough. And that's what he needed. He was surrounded by a bunch of arrogant bastard brown folk, privileged and supremacists in the neighborhood with new shoes and new cars, all right? I'll tell that story. And so every time he and his brother catch a case, and so one day he caught a case and got the dogs on me. Then he just roly poling around the neighborhood. I had a little thickness, so take a minute. The beagles ain't that big. They got to get through a bunch of fat to get to my ankle. Damn it. So I'm like running from the dogs, chasing dogs, kicking dogs, climbing trees, trying to get home. Like, oh my God, what the hell? And then he had backup coming. His brother was coming down the street, big bullies coming. Oh, geez, they coming for me. Oh my God, I feel like Harry Tubman. Oh man, I tell you what, I can't tell the story without tears coming out my eyes. Out from the house, I finally made it to the bottom of the hill. I could see my house right up in the circle. And I was going out. I was blacking out, just all kind of fists, just flying at me and stuff. I was getting mine though. Listen, I'm a little bastard. I was scrappy. I was chubby, but I was scrappy. I got some cushion in to protect the cushion, and I was getting some, but I just seen just white fists. And they weren't really white. They're kind of red. I don't know if it was my blood or just, sometimes my white friends, they turn colors. They turn blue. They got y'all. They I don't know why y'all call them white people. We should call them like rainbow something. The temperature, everything changes their colors. They actually the real color people if you think about it. So I don't know. I'm like back and forth seeing like sunlight and fists, knuckles, and all of a sudden, dun, 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 here comes my brother coming running out the house with a cape on. Here comes Super Negro. Oh my God, he came running out the house. And I hate the guy. We used to fight all the time. Oh, we used to get into it. Yeah, he come running out the house. And oh my God, I just seen uppercuts and just all kind of feet flying in the air and stuff. He had him on the pole, and the next thing you know, the dogs and both of the bullies was running away. It's crazy. I let a guy to death, but we don't agree on nothing. I'm not even sure why I'm telling that story. I'm getting misty-eyed now. Yeah, listen, it's family. Oh, I know why I'm telling the story. I know why I'm telling the story. Because he worked for people that I don't think he should work for. He do things I don't think he should do. He make decisions. I don't think his brain is functioning correctly. But at the end of the day, if you come from my brother, I will kill you. You understand? That's how that works. That's how we have to be. That's how we have to be. I mean, we understand the science behind it, and people get tricked. We all live our own lives. We got our own environments. We make our own decisions. But we can't be divided, people, at all. At all. We can fight, yell, and make jokes. Joke with each other, have some fun, tell some racist jokes, have some fun. But at the end of the day, if you come for our people, you come for our cousins, and you got 7 billion of them. Yeah, they made some bad decisions. I didn't like what they were doing. I think that y'all got all this started. Abused a lot of children. But at the end of the day, whoever they come for, it'll be time to step up, right? Because they are creating those concentration camps, right? And now the theory is they're trying to figure out, well, who are they actually for, right? We know who they're for. They're either they're either for the un-E or the un-E or the E. That's what it is. Got to say it right because there ain't no V's out there for this. They have not made a V yet, not a legal one. No, and they lied when they say, "Oh, what the FDA said." That's a lie. Okay, you can bend the laws, you can bend some rules, and then that does not make it a V. It's still an E. The trials that the testing ain't done to 2023 human trials test. How you gonna make a decision that ain't done yet? All right, stop it. Baby, grow up. But if they come for the E or the un-E, we gonna have to kill you. That's just how that works. We're all family, y'all. We all got to stick together, right? It's not about when you wake up. We all been ignorant. Right? Whoever they come for to put in those camps, they need to see the worst of us, for real, right? They need to see the worst of us. I know you're arguing with your neighbor, you upset with her. I know she went and got that thing put in her, and she's shedding everything all over you and your dog and stuff. Killed your snake. Because because they're not making variants, right? Like, say it right. They're not making variants, as I understand it. They are down selecting the priority of the new mutations, which is what's making them more prolific in the community. I know. I get a snot bubble too. People out here shedding stuff on me. I ain't asked you for that, man. I ain't asked you for that. But at the end of the day, if they say, you know what, we made a mistake. Y'all shouldn't have done that. We're going to have to put y'all in the camps to protect you from, protect other people from you. That's when we got to say no. So it's not about the flavor of who they want to abuse. And it's not about whether those people help you be abused in the past. It's about we all stand together or we all fall, right? A house divided will always fall. We stand together as family that love each other, that disagree all the damn time. We disagree over everything. Who the master race is, who got the master fur, the master eyes, who got the master religion, who the smartest, where you supposed to put your dangalang. We disagree on all that stuff, right? And that's okay, you know. Whether or not if you got this, you're that gender, that, you know, we disagree. There ain't nothing wrong with disagreeing. You know, we all got our own environments and our own perspectives. And as long as we love each other, that's how we got to get down. You know, we always got to stand against the system. The system is the problem, and the system is us. And the only way we collapse a system with users, like we said before, is it can't have any users. And if people hate you because of the things that come out your mouth and the stupid things you say that aren't jokes but are serious, then they're going to keep using the system to abuse you, which means the systematic isms never come to an end. That's why I love these tools, y'all. Look at this. I can press a button. Oh, I got one more to show. What is this? I did that one. You got to go back to the beginning and see the other ones. Oh, this one. Did y'all see this one? This is where they changed the regulation, right? And I forgot the name of it, but you know, y'all know who this is. There's a video where he's basically saying, see, this is how they're abusing, right? They don't have any right to do the things that they're doing. A long time ago, I said that they said, oh, well, you know, we're all going to be free if we got a firm separation of church and state. That was a scam. That was a scam. Because all groups of churches, all groups of religions, anything that's blindly followed, anyone who's grouping up with somebody else, they're grouping up to abuse. They want more power. That's why they want more numbers. We needed a separation of every group and state, right? The state needs to serve you, the individual, the sovereign, not groups. So what they're doing is this guy, he noticed in the regulations that OSHA wrote that in terms of workplace safety, the penalties have gone from, was it $7,000 for penalties to 700,000, or it was 70 to 700,000. Somebody can fact check that, correct that, or just, you know, post something, Facebook it. They'll lie to you on the fact check. Those people need something to do anyway. They're just, y'all, I love y'all, but y'all are a waste of space. You're not helping. And so what they're doing is they're going to make it basically unaffordable to have a business if you don't have the workplace environment that Big Pharma dictates that you have. And this is what the politicians are getting paid and lobbied for. That's why it doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter who's in Congress. It doesn't matter who's in the Senate. It doesn't matter who the prime minister is. It does not matter. Money decides. And money's decided this. Like the guy, oh, Brother Hank. But I love him though. I love him. He's like with that little yappy back. It's always on your ankles. Don't ever stop. Like, damn, you know how big my foot is? I will step on you, Chihuahua. But he believes, right? He's got conviction. I say that. The man definitely has some passion. You know, he was saying, I said, oh, you know, when it comes to this, it's Republican something, you know. I'm like, no, I ain't got nothing to do with political parties. That in the end, they always got each other's back. They never have ours. Right? Facts. Because this is the whole Trump thing, right? This is how they got it started out. He came out here and said, oh, this is their new hoax. And because that side hated him, they thought he was racist and stupid. They were convinced of that. They were convinced they were actually smarter than him. Guess what? You're not. There's some things you know better, and the other things he knew better. And that thing, he knew better. That's how Big Pharma works. Big Pharma's always got a scam. Every 2 years, they need forced customers, right? They're trying to get you to manufacture the problems in your own body that guarantee they will remain trillion-dollar companies, all right? He was right about that. But to me, that was controlled opposition, right? You know, because later on, he capitulated, right? Money decides. Money always decides. And he did Operation Warp Speed. So somebody tell me the difference between being pro Operation Warp Speed and the tyrannical things Jive Bowden's doing right now. Zero difference. I mean, you can debate. It's like, might be this much difference of who's worse, but it's pretty much the same damn thing. Money decides, right? Big corporations took us out of who, put us in Gabby, all right? Money decides, period. End of discussion. At the end of the day, they got each other's back. Like I said, they finally wrote the bill. Hashtag say grandmama bill. They've been convincing people for the past 3 years. Oh, you're gonna die if you don't get this. You're gonna kill grandma, you're gonna kill the dog, the cat's gonna get it, they're gonna be jumping around, you're gonna turn into a bat, then you wanna go out there and screw some snakes. They've been convincing these people that the world will come to an end. Oh, just advertising, Hollywood, politicians. You gotta get it. There's not enough. You can have mine if you really, really need it, but I need to make sure that, that everybody's safe. We don't want to hurt nobody. This is about public safety. And they finally write the law. And what all the Democrats and Republicans in leadership in the federal government do? They are all exempt from a life-saving experiment. Not one of them gonna get it, right? Because think about it. Because Jive and Bowden, if he put that together and he forced the Republicans to get it, they would not be homie loving friends. They would not be titillating that night. No, they none of them have to get it. None of them, their staff, and the makers, the people who actually make this stuff. None of them have to get the E. In the end, they always got each other's backs, But anyway, the point I was making is right here. This is how they do it, through corporations, right? They're in bed with corporations, and they're look, my finger. I can see my finger. I can pick my nose, and y'all wouldn't even see it. Look at that. Look, bam. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes. Oh, yeah. All right. Anyway, see the guy that looked like the Rock. Is that the Rock? No, that's not the Rock. The guy that looked like the Rock, right there. Now let me make sure ain't no booger. Okay, that's good. That's okay. It's droplets. That guy right there is talking to the other guy in the interview. Somebody can post a link on that, where, they don't have to violate your Bill of Rights. All they got to do is make it so corporations won't serve you, unless those corporations won't get licenses unless those corporations abuse you. And now those corporations won't even be able to operate because they'll be sued out of business with a $700,000 fine if they don't have the OSHA safe environment. And what is a safe environment? A plantation that only has slaves that have been inoculated for whatever they want, which really isn't even inoculated. I mean, it is, but there's a bigger plan than that. If you understand the hypothesis and what Geert is saying, the scientist, I forgot his accolades. He got a bunch of accolades. I'm not going to even go through them. Oh, you know what? I might even be able to show you. Hold on. Y'all see if I can show y'all the accolades. I might be able to do this live. Hold on. Accolades, because people, why do you know? You're on the internet. Oh, you know what? I saved the accolades. I don't think did I? Oh, wait a minute. No, maybe it'll work. I don't know if it'll work. Let's see if it'll work. Accolades. Oh, look at this. Oh, man, we got tools. Y'all, we got tools. Y'all in trouble now. Look at this. Bam. Geert Vanden Bush, PhD, DVM. There's some acronyms. That's big time, right? Expert in immunology, epidemiology, microbiology, and the Ovaltine technologies. And the other brother was Robert Maloney, MD, inventor of the mRNA DNA Ovaltine technology. Bam! All right, accolades. So if you understand their hypothesis, it's about making you a dependent. Part of me thinks that it ain't the end of the world. Part of me thinks that they just want to bring about the conditions where they can modify your DNA anytime they want, where you can't engage in society. Part of me thinks that, and part of me thinks it's go time. The aliens are here, and they're just that hybrid thing in the graphene and all of that work. Hey, did y'all see that? This is why I don't talk about some of the stuff, because I'm just like, oh my God, you don't know what's entertainment and what's science. Like I enjoy the ignorant world that we have. I'm just sipping my coffee. The nurse who or the doctor, I forgot I'm mixing them together. Because you got the graphene thing. It's like, I don't know, the whole market of beasts and stuff. I find it fascinating, interesting. I watch it. I'm not sure I talk about it. But Gerard, you talk about reptilians. Well, this is true. The reptilians are obviously here. And then the other one, they put the Moderna and the Pfizer thing under a microscope, and there's like this little Hydra thing. And it was crawling around. She said, oh, it's sentient and all this stuff. And it's like, I don't know if that's true. I find it fascinating, but I don't put it past anything. I don't put it past it, but when I get serious and I make decisions for my life, it's based in the hypothesis of risk assessment. Right. That's that corporate America side of me that I can't get rid of. Right. I do risk management. And if I realize that you are putting me at risk or my children at risk or my neighbors and my family at risk, and it's an unnecessary risk, my answer is all an automatic no. No, you're not gonna. I'm not gonna outsource my DNA to you, thinking your laboratories can keep up with mutations. Of course you can't. That's stupid. And that's what this is about. They're just making you customers. It's just economics. It's just money. None of this is conspiracy. Hydra, that's kind of conspiracy. I won't really post that because there's always control opposition and to make you look stupid. The graphene and the Bill Gates, like I think all that stuff is coming. Market of beast, and yeah, I think all that stuff is 5G. I think all that stuff is coming. I'm just not sure we're there. But as far as like making you a captive customer, they'll do that. The thing I don't think that they're prepared for is immune exhaustion. At what point does your body can't take anymore? Right? They've already dictated, which is what that is, to your body what it will fight. And it'll fight the thing that scares people the most, whatever's popular. What are you scared of? Well, I've been watching TV and I'm scared of the Delta. So you can go get the thing that protects you from Delta. The Delta's like one thing in billions of things that can kill you. Why in the hell would you focus on one? Because the television tells you to. That's why, because they scared you. It's, oh, you got to buy our product. Otherwise, this is going to get you. And then they got the K and the Lambda and Omega, and it just keep going. This is just money for them. Right? And they're going to sell you a product. But what happens over time, which is their hypothesis, is that finally your body's been, it's been triggered so much and it's targeting these few things so much, it does less targeting of the other things. And that's what it gets you. And it's your choice, right? It's an experiment. They're not forcing you to, you can walk away from your job if you want to. If you get it, these people are heroes in New York because they're actually helping you. The damn shame is they're giving up their livelihoods. Dude, I always trust whistleblowers. I said that before. How do I know that these UFOs flying around ain't aliens or not? Most of them aren't, because they're whistleblowers. If you're going to walk away from a 6-figure income to tell me something to go live a life of poverty, you actually believe that thing. You saw that thing. You worked on that aircraft. You injected people with that stuff and you realize that this stuff is not for you, which is what they won't tell you. Because the vast majority of 72,000 people who walked away in New York, most of them are all pro-V. Yeah, they all get their shots every year. They believe it. They all, every single year. Otherwise, they wouldn't be working in the industry. And they all walked away. And that's why I'm saying that's how you know that there's pro-V, anti-V, pro-E, and anti-E. And most people who are truly pro-V, they believe in the science. And they believe that after 5 years and you test it on everybody, that they'll do it. But the 72,000 walked away because they didn't actually test it as well as they should. And they know that it's hurting a lot of people. Those are whistleblowers. If you walk away from your livelihood, then you actually believe in a thing. And those are the people that I trust. I don't, but of course the internet stages the arguments. All right. So I'm down 31% battery. I'm gonna do comments and I'm gonna jet out. Yo, Bert Walker, one of the funniest pages online. Hey Yvonne, good morning. Miss Jasmine, what's going on? Mark Johnson is in the house. Oh, somebody being nosy. Who's being nosy? Oh, I missed something. Woo, lots of laughter. Oh yeah, I'm nosy. Oh, I'm big time nosy. No question. It's my business, Jasmine. If you in my rearview mirror, that's my business. I didn't. Did I tell you to get in there? I didn't tell you to get in there, did I? All right. I didn't tell you to park behind me. So what you doing in there, loading people, little humans in the car? That's my business. I watch people, Jasmine. That's what I do. I love sociology. I just love watching people do what they do. I wonder why they do what they do. I wonder why they think fear is a strategy for like health. Because everything they do is fear, run here, duck here, inject this, do this, jump that, cover your face with this, do that. Like everything is fear. That's not a strategy. That's barely a tactic. That's just a knee-jerk reaction. Do not follow anybody just yelling in the crowd. Oh, guys, we gotta run over here. Well, what's wrong? I don't know. I haven't isolated yet, but I'm scared. You should be scared too. Let's run. Don't ever do that unless they're black. If they're black, if they're Hispanic, if they're Chinese, and that's anybody that's Asian in America, because that's just Americans. If y'all see them, if you see anybody that's running from a poor country, run. That's it. Just run. If it's poor white, none of that. It looked like they came out of trailer park and they start running. You need to run with them. Okay. When you see rich people in suits Armani shoes and $5,000 suits and dresses that say "Eat the Rich." When rich people say run, go the other way. Say, oh, we need to run this way. No, I'm gonna go this way, right? It's time everybody jump. No, no, no. That dress costs too much money. That them suit Fauci, I'm a duck. All right, but you see poor people, it's something to run from. I did running with poor people has saved my life on many occasions. Okay, it stopped me from getting shot one night when I was young in college. When poor people run, run. When rich people say run, say no. Don't ask them what color. Don't worry about what color they are. Don't worry about their race. Don't worry about their religion. Don't worry about their political the pin that they got, Democrat, Republican, Britain. The only deciding factor in this world is people who got wealth and people who don't. All right. If you ain't got no wealth, if you don't own resources, own water and minerals and all of that stuff, then you need to run with the poor people. Don't run with them. You run with the rich people, they're gonna eat you. Or it's a trap. I see trees. You must not be on Mars. No, there's trees all over Mars, Bert. All over Mars, right? That's just about consumption of water. Where I'm at, that ain't your business. I'm all over. You can't stop me. Man, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere at all times. I could be in your driveway right now, Bert. Hey, except I know Bert would shoot me. So you go to Bert's house, you better get an invite. You better get an invite. Yep, yeah, because he or his papa get you. One of them gonna get you. Hey Jason, good morning. Ruby, happy holidays. Is today a holiday, Ruby? Today ain't no holiday, is it? Oh no, yeah. Well, every day's a holiday. What's today? Is today Max Day? What's today? No, Max, I'm gonna go. It's Geert Van de Bush. It's Bandar, but it's Geert Day. Today is Happy Geert Day, everybody. Happy Geert Day to you. They're gonna stop experimenting on their bodies, but if they don't stop making variants, you better bug out of Dodge. That's the holiday song. That's the holiday song. Yeah, I hate to say it, Max. I hate to say it. I don't even want to say it. But I'm gonna say it anyway because that's just me. +3, level 3 pressure positive suits. Okay, and I know I said it wrong. I'm drinking too much coffee. Let me slow down a minute. Hold on. Remember back in the beginning of this when we learned that they were lying about face diapers? They don't work at all, which isn't surprising because when you actually look at the surgical ones, they didn't work too well either. But they don't say that on TV because people they watch TV for their facts. In a surgical room, the research that showed that in surgery they would start taking them off and they do their surgery, and they found that the people were getting infected more by the surgeons that had on face diapers than didn't. Right, and there's science behind theirs, right? Because that's why they're in positive pressure rooms to force the oxygen in the mask so they don't get loopy like people driving these damn cars. And mopeds and face diapers, and they think they're being safe and they're just starving their brain of oxygen. You can't have that happen in surgery. There's science behind that. But it's just a weird world we live in. There are too many factors that we can't account for. This is why it's ignorant to say, oh, that's science. It's ignorant because there are too many factors. We're ignorant as a species. We have no idea what's being manifested, right? We have no idea. We're barely scratching the surface of quantum physics. So we don't know how all of this stuff works. But back in the beginning, Max, when we was talking about it, and we looked into whether or not these face diapers worked, because my fear was never the C word. My fear was the terrorists finding out that most Americans eat Twinkies for breakfast. Right? Most Americans ain't got immune systems. Most Americans, they don't even know what a smoothie is, let alone drink it. Most of their kids have no idea where tomatoes come from, and tomatoes come from trees, and apples come from a bush. That was proven, but we won't go into the details of that. So my fear was always that once they realize the weakness of the empire, they're going to release something and they're going to get us. So I need to know if face diapers work because, not for the ignorant stuff on TV, but for what's coming in the future, which I think is still coming if it's not actually happening now. They want to take down the empire, no question. Which, once again, is why it's not about politics, not about Democrats and Republicans. It's just money. They want you out of their country. And they know if your country is like dying of bioweapons, they're going to release bioweapons in your country. Which boggles the mind that Homeland Security and the FBI and CIA have not swooped in, arrested Fauci and the rest of these monsters. And they're not doing it because, well, I'll leave that up to you. You figure out why. But we in big trouble. But back in the beginning, Max, I wanted to know if they work just in case. And it was obvious from the OSHA regulations, they don't work. It was obvious that not even in surgery do they work as much as they need to. So positive level 3 positive pressure suits are what needed. And I know what they are now, but I didn't know what they were back then. When I worked in the pharmaceutical industry, I saw people walking in them little spacesuits, going in the thing to play with some things. That's all. I wasn't there for that. I can't listen. I'm here to fix your computer. You show me your computer, and you make sure when you come, hey, dude, when you take that balloon suit off and you come out that little pressure room thing, you in there playing with things that can murder the whole human race and doing things that you ain't supposed to do, you make sure you wash your damn hands. Because if I'm gonna fix your computer, I'm IT, man. I ain't got no time to get Ebola on my butt or something. No, you wash. You know what? It's a shower, dude. Look, when you take that positive balloon boy thing off, you missed the spot. You under your arms, get all of that because it might be some juice and droplets that got there. So, but no, I saw them. I didn't know what they were. Turns out they say, well, this thing is 0.12567 A B C D E F G because I don't keep that stuff in my mental Rolodex. Size, microns in size, right? Best N95 mask, the holes could fit 9 of them together. 9 of them. You know what 9 is? That's a basketball team. Basketball team, 5 people. You can put a whole basketball team minus 1 person. God bless the NBA for actually telling the truth. These brothers actually know what the hell they doing now because they standing up. That's a revolt. Thank you, people. Thank you, NBA. Y'all some heroes, just like the 72,000 in New York. You can fit a whole basketball team in them things right through your mask. You're not saving grandma. But what you need is a positive pressure level 3 suit if you're going to stay around these people. Then that's just real talk. If you want to be around the E people that don't really realize you should not be outsourcing your immune system to not one human on this planet, that includes me. I'm not going to keep up with the variations, man. You know, I know you trust me. You should, but not really. Not no damn laboratory, not versus nature. You can trust me with a whole bunch of stuff. Tomatoes, I grow them. It's going to be organic. The green onion is going to be delicious. The apples and the avocados, I ain't putting no pesticides. You can trust me with those things. You want to trust me against nature that can make hundreds of billions of mutations and that's in all these billions of people now? Now that thing is flipping, twisting, turning. We don't even have a number for how many mutations get created today. Nah, you don't trust me. Don't trust nobody, no damn lab. There ain't enough people on earth to keep up with nature. All right. That's why you have an immune system. But in the meantime, if you're going to be bopping around with people that's still playing this game with these big corporations, you're going to need a positive 3 level 3 suit. You're going to need a balloon suit, Max. Get out there. You in the mall, you got to, because you can't walk in a balloon suit. You kind of got to wobble a little bit, and you just, and then you hit the curb, and you get, you in trouble then. You gonna die. I'm spilling coffee on myself. I'm having too much fun. Goodness gracious! I spilled coffee all in my lap. Dang gum. Now I'm gonna walk around, look like I peed on myself all day. I'll get in some great conversations, and this brown pee too. So, oh, he got one of them variants. I saw it on CNN. Did you come out brown? All right. Well, that's why I shouldn't be drinking coffee out of a stupid. Look, trust the science on coffee cups. It actually works. When you drink coffee out of coffee cups, they don't spill as easy if you drink them out of wine glasses. I think this is champagne. I'm not sure where this came from. Somebody, my birthday. Be wiser. I listen to that. Be more patient. I try to listen to that. I'm trying to be more patient. Look at all these positive things. Happy birthday. I don't believe none of that. Trust the birthday sign. It's a cult. Age is a cult. Do not do that. Age is a cult, and birthdays are the rituals to keep everybody aging at the same time so y'all die of things. Right? That's why cancer exists, because you're manifesting things through mirror neurons and the nocebo effect. Okay, don't do that. But trust the coffee cup sign. Hey, look. You know what was funny? I never even read this damn thing. I never read it. Look at that. Age. Oh, definitely be happier and ageless. Be ageless. Don't be in the cult, people. Don't be in the cult. People are like, happy birthday. Nah, that's not what they mean. You might want them to be happy. you're not making them happy. Like, oh, well, you 52. Yep, you got to get yourself a statin drug. Some things is happening. You need to make some wrinkles, and your subconscious starts creating those things, right? Start making them noises in the morning. That's how I know I'm in trouble. I make that noise. You get out of the bed or something. You get up too fast, or you sit there. Don't ever do that. Don't do that. How you gonna die? When you start making noises for activity that have no noises, when you start doing sound effects, you about to die. You need to stop being in the age cult. Stop engaging in the ritual because you're aging each other together, and that's why people die. Mm. In the Bible, real talk, in Genesis, ain't nobody died. Man was supposed to live forever with woman. They supposed to just all kind of rub each other's stuff and do all kind of freaky stuff, juice everywhere. They supposed to just live forever. They never had. Tell me Adam's birthday, somebody. Right. Thank you. Tell me Eve's birthday. Yep. Tell me where they got birthday cake from. Nope. Nowhere. No. Because wasn't no sugar in the Garden of Eden. Sugar is a comorbidity. Okay. They supposed to live forever. There's nobody in the Garden of Eden. Wasn't no Democrats and Republicans that subsidizing poison. Comorbidities. No, they couldn't make no birthday cake. Nope. All they had was apples and oranges and raw fruits and vegetables. Okay. Okay. So we're not going to go there. They didn't date. So anyway. All right. But yes, Gear Day. Happy Gear Day, everybody. Happy Gear Day. Gear Day. How is our faces ironic? How in our faces ironic? Don't be evil. Don't be evil. Don't be Google. That's it. Really Google for F's sake. That's it. Don't be evil, Amy. Amy, stop being evil, Amy. Amy, cut it out. Are you still in Texas? Jason, that's not anybody's business. That's not anybody's business. I'm on Earth. Okay? I'm on Earth. Where I'm at, don't really know, because I don't tell people what I do. See, y'all nosy. Why y'all so damn nosy, Jason? Stop being nosy, man. You and Jasmine and them always out trying to figure out where somebody at. Beaufont and them. People telling on me, Jennifer, Mary. Y'all don't be telling nobody where I'm at. We supposed to be family. I love y'all. People, oh, he's in Nevada. Oh, he's in New Mexico. Why are you trying to figure out where I'm at? Where you at, Jason? Where you at? Worry about yourself. Man, we talked about this yesterday. Didn't I share the meme the other day? Why the chicken crossed the road? Then the chicken said, mind your damn business. Mind your business. All right, everybody got business in mind. Don't be worried about the sawdust in somebody else's eye and you got a big old Home Depot log that they ain't cutting down to Canada no more to drive up the prices because COVID. All right, they have waged cruel war against human nature itself. Yes, they have, Adam. Yes, they have. And until people realize we're at war, we're in big trouble. It's useless. Y'all got tanks and bombs and guns and intellect, but you don't actually realize you're at war. Quiet weapons for silent wars. They're quiet and they're silent because they need the very intellectual people who could help us with this thing. They need them to just lay down and be scared. It's the only way you can break an intellectual. You got to make it emotional. You got to make them emotional. You got to make them scared. You got to convince them that the enemy is on their side. And then you can break them down. More to art of war stuff. Hey, Lori, good morning. Hey, sweet woman. Yeah, Lori is a sweet woman. What's this? It's far too easy and commonplace to deceive and distort when it comes to city. Right, Amy, and that's why you can't trust them. You can't trust them at all. There's a whole supply chain of data inputs, the skewed data that goes in, how it's viewed, how it's tabulated. Statistics will get you. The only thing I'm convinced of, Amy, is dead people in that database. That's all I got to know. How many actually does not really matter. That's how I know you can't force that on other people. End of story. End of discussion. You're a very ignorant person if you are willing to put somebody else's life in danger for your own sake. And it's not even for your own sake, but it's perceived that it is for your own safety. You're willing to you're willing to let children, because that's really where the fight is coming right now, is they're starting to force it on children. There are these schools that are now saying that you have to have this in order for your kid to come to school. So people are really being pushed into it. So you got to quit your job either way. Right? You either got to send your kid or you got to sit home with them, which means you got to quit. So it's a full spectrum attack from Big Pharma on us, right? And if you're willing to let one child die for your sake, you are a-hole. No, you're not. I'm sorry, because I had to be honest, you're an asshole, all right? If you're willing to let one child die for your safety, perceive. You are an asshole. You're a horrible parent. Horrible, horrible person. You are a horrible human being. You don't have to be. You could have been tricked into being, but there's something wrong with you if you're willing to let a child die, one of them, for the betterment of your lifestyle. We're supposed to be dying for them. We're supposed to be giving up our lives. I'm not going down that road. I know I'm gonna start cussing. I'm not going down that road. Hey, Ivana, good morning. Good morning, Gerard and everybody else. All right, let's get through some comments down to the meat of the discussion, and I'm gonna get out of here. The Zeki quote: "Infinitely easier to kill a million people than to control a million people." Yeah, absolutely. It's easy to kill people. They don't want us dead. They never wanted us dead, Heather. You know that. All they want to do is control us. They just want the perfect slave plantation. Now, I think there's a percentage of us that are okay with dying, right? They don't want to feed us all. We're useless eaters, right? They don't want us all here. They want to reduce our numbers. Transhumanism is the agenda. Yep. And where'd that come from, Victoria? Well, that was from, I forget, it was either the Rothschild or the Rockefellers. One of their grandparents said everyone in the family has to have an agenda. And one of them came up with the transhumanism. And they had the billions of dollars so they could fund doing these things, eugenics and all this stuff all around the world. And, now they're trying to merge people and modify their DNA and all that graphene and stuff that I really don't get into because, it's for me, it's a stretch right now. But what the hell do I know? We're 100 years or more behind in what the secret technology that they keep. Did y'all see them shoes? Don't make me post a shoe. Did y'all see them? Oh, I'm gonna see if I can find a shoe picture. Did y'all see that ancient technology they've been hiding from women? Did y'all see that? Apparently, you know what? I don't think, I didn't save the picture. I don't think I saved it. No, I don't think I have it. I can't show it to you. I'm gonna try that while I'm running my mouth because I can multitask with this mouth. As long as I put my coffee down. There was an ancient shoe that they found for the elite women. The elite women, I just tell you about it. The elite women, when they would go to town, they had like these real stilt type shoes that they would walk on, so the women with wealth didn't have to walk in the mud in the doo-doo that everybody was throwing out the window in Europe. Which boggles my mind because the streets are so small over there. I'm just like, it only takes about 4 or 5 apartments where you really start to get that stuff piled up. Trust me, I know. I'm a composter. So so they didn't want to walk in the piles of poo. Did you know that? I didn't know that. It blew my mind. This is ancient technology that's just been resurfaced because the elite kept it for them, right? Wasn't for you. You need to walk in poo. They don't really care as long as you're going to work. Get your butt to work. Get your butt to slavery. But they went to work in style. So by the time they got to work, now I'm sure they probably had some nice calves too. Walking in piles and piles of poo to get to work. Ancient tech, they always keep it from us, It's like, hey, Lori, do you know how to make Greek fire, girl? Make some Greek fire. Now, you don't know how to make it, do you? No, because they keep that technology from us. So I don't even have any concept of what is even possible anymore. They've been hiding technology from us from the very beginning. The idea that there are aliens flying around here and it's not us, to me, I don't know. To me, it's a plausibility thing. Right? What's more plausible that the human beings flying in craft, they don't tell us about because they want us to keep working. They don't want to tell us that we got free energy and we can all just go live our lives and have sex and have fun, run in the woods or something. And the robots to take care of us, grow up their own food, build our houses, and energy and power and water, all that stuff is free. It's easier to control, like the goal is control. And again, if they admit they got free energy to you, then they can't control you. As long as we're fighting gravity, we're all going to be slaves fighting each other. And that's all they want. They want everybody at each other's throats. Black, white, Democrat, Republican, American, China, and anyone who's trying to turn you against your cousins, to me, is your enemy. But they've had ancient technology, so we don't even know what they have. So shoot, the transhumanism, Victoria, I have no idea. I won't speak down the hybrids, Hydra being in the injections, and I won't speak down the graphene being in there because there's no way I'd know. And it's the epitome of ignorance to not know and act like you do. Right. So to me, again, everything is on a plausibility scale, and it's all about risk assessment and risk management. I don't need to outsource my DNA to corporations who can't keep up with mutations. So why in the F would I? Only if I'm a fool. Only if I was fool. Only if I was scared to do something dumb. You can scare people to do dumb stuff. Yes. Yeah. Nah. I scared somebody right now because he seen this little black head, went to this big black head and went, nah. Now I scared him. See, look at that. You shouldn't have put it on your TV then. That's your problem. I scared somebody's dog and the cat. You can scare people, But then you calm down, like, okay, all right, dumb, you got me. But I'm waiting for this count. Can y'all see the count? I'm waiting for the count to go from 27 to 28. Like, damn it, you Negro, you scared me. I'm not used to seeing brown heads jump in my face and go, nah. But after a while, you kind of like, all right, you got me. All right, you got me, Fauci. Yeah, you foul. Yeah, I got you pushing that Fauci. Yes, you got me. You got me. But you ain't gonna get me again. And this was weird about the time we live in today is they got, but they're not acting like they were scared. They're acting like they're right. It's like, no, you were just scared, right? Fear is not a strategy, right? It's a it is a thing you do to invoke a tactic, right? A knee-jerk reaction. And there's something in the art of war about strategy and fear. And I know I'm gonna say it wrong. Somebody can look it up. So it's just not me and my silliness. Something to the effect of, he who focuses on tactics over strategy is just waiting to lose, and those who focus on strategy with no tactics is a battle won. Always think about the bigger picture, not the knee-jerk reaction tactics. mRNA from our own bodies, the only way we were created, right? And nobody should be messing with it, Lori, right? Because nobody understands it yet. End of story. Nobody understands it yet. The risk is too high. Body fights to the death. Absolutely. Don't panic. Oh, that's not good. So you're saying that, so you looked into it. Epigenetics doesn't flip it on and off. Like that's my thought, Lori. I think that they can flip anything they want because this was the problem with epigenetics when they figured it out. I'm sorry, this is too geeky for some people, but I like to understand things. I don't just like to decide things because the TV says. Is that when they mapped the human genome, they were trying to make blue people and red people and super soldiers to go murder other cousins and just dumb stuff. And every time they would flip a gene, the gene would flip back, and they didn't know why. And that began the understanding of what epigenetics is. There's something that they can't measure that flips our genes back and forth. And so anything that they modify would get modified back. So either that mRNA is a different type of technology that Dr. Malone, who does not believe that we should be doing this, who created it, either it has a way of making it stick and we have godlike power, or I feel that it would flip back. But maybe you looked into. I haven't looked into it. I haven't had the time. It's just my belief that epigenetics is something that we're manifesting. I think we can control it. I think if you are watching me and you got that injection and you're telling yourself and you're scared that you're going to die, you're going to die. You're going to get horribly sick. But if you're manifesting and you really do believe that, no, my body's going to flip that off. Lori crazy as hell. Lori crazy as hell. No, I'm gonna turn that off. Y'all, you scared me. You ain't gonna scare me again. And you turn it off. I really do believe that. And that's what I'm a manifest, right? And I think we have to a certain degree because there is no control group. Okay, that's a lie. There is a control group, and his name is Gerard. Because he's stupid enough to move to the desert. And it's okay. It'll be a tropical area soon. I'm working on it. It's getting there. It's getting more and more comfy. I tell you this, I am not at home at the moment. And Texas is my home now. Like that really is my home. I'm far from my family, but when I'm not there, I don't feel right. My body doesn't feel right. So I'm going back there. So don't try to go and steal my stuff because I shoot you. I'm on my way. We manifest these things. You are a God. This is back to that greater things I have done, you will do. You will do. They convince us that we're just mistakes of primordial goop, and we're not. The human body is, but it's evolved and adapted to this ecosystem. But I do believe that you can change your epigenetics. If a woman can lift a tractor off of her husband and a car, like how many scenarios are there of women like saving their husbands, right? Their muscles don't even have the tendon strength to lift up a car or a tractor when it falls on her husband. But hundreds of times, she hears them screaming, runs out there and lifts up. A gorilla doesn't even have the tendon strength in its muscle to lift up a 1-ton car or 2-ton tractor. And they do that. And that's because women crazy as hell. We don't know what they are. They can make their muscles change forms and DNA. Y'all need to leave them alone. Ain't no fire in the heaven, earth, Saturn, Mars, and Venus than a woman scorn. Okay. She's like, oh no, you can't die, damn it. You got to mow the lawn. You ain't done. You out there playing with your damn tractor and your cars. Got to get the room clean. All right, I'm sorry. It happens, yo. I apologize. No, but we can change the structure of our muscle. We can change our DNA. We can do these things. We just don't understand them. We can walk on water. Right? Yes, I can walk on water. But I have not got past that drowning part. I don't know, it just, my feet, we don't agree with the water yet. But eventually I know I can, I just don't know how. I know that I can, I just don't know how. So, yeah. So, I mean, if you did get that, if you got scared into the experiment and now you realize that they were just bull shizzling with you and that they actually made them self-exempt from getting what they convinced you that you had to get, you know what you need to do, right? You need to make some smoothies. You need to eat fresh, deep green lettuces as much as possible. And you need to start manifesting that positivity that you ain't nothing you can do. You can't hurt the armor of this body. You injected something, but I'm going to beat the hell out of it. I'm going to turn it off, right? Just hit that switch. Epigenetics, turn it off. And it'll stop making a thing that's not supposed to be in your body. And then we all join together and kick the hell out of our cousins that started all of this crap. And then we create a new world. Not the old normal, because that's psychopathic and crony. Not the new world, their new normal, because that's psychopathic and crony. We create a world where everybody leave each other alone, where you don't have industries that become so powerful that they can dictate to the entire world what medicine is. Right? It's crazy. Bodies fight it to death. So I think I think we can modify our bodies any way we want, Laura. I think mind over matter. And that is science. That is scientifically proven. Mind over matter, placebo effect and nocebo effect. Don't panic, stay organic. And I like how that rhymes, Victoria. You should be a rapper. Victoria wrote. Yeah, don't panic. Just eat healthy, live healthy, do the right things, and your life will go the right way. But stress kills. Stress shuts off your immunity. Stress is literally a chemotherapy drug, right? It shuts down your immunity. Hey, Deborah, good morning. It's funny because I hate that, Heather. It's way too many funny things that are way too true, that should not be. Gerard is confident. I don't know why that's even funny. Everything is funny to me, Victoria. Something's wrong with me. I can't imagine you fat. Oh, I was fat. Oh, man, I used to walk around my thighs, Laura. I used to get out there. I used to. I always picture Lori on my face. I picture in my mind my father's face. I didn't see his face. I'm gonna tell you a story. I was chubby and I did not want to be, because back then bullies were a very real thing. Teasers were bullies back then. Everybody was a bully back then. Your parents were bullies back then. You're fat, you stink. Fat so. They'd say those things. I didn't want to be fat. So, but back in the 80s, the only way to lose weight that we knew, because technology back then was a little different, is you had to get them big, thick, were they leotards? Like tight socks or something? Got to get real tight things. And you got to watch people on television and buy tapes called VHS and Betamax. And you're supposed to do things like this to lose weight. So I bought my tapes. And I can get them too, because we had this place called Columbia House. We all used to rob them. Which, be careful, because they're back. Somebody got a call the other day on the caller ID said Columbia House. So you need to watch it back. So I got my tape, and I was doing it in the morning, Lori. I didn't have the fluffy socks. And my father walked in. He's in the military, and he's looking at his son like, I don't know, Lori. Maybe he wasn't having that thought in his head, but, it was the 80s. We all wore weird clothes and stuff. And I'm in there in my tight sweatpants. And I'm like doing jazzercise and doing these things with these people on TV. And I'm sure he was kind of like, oh, yeah. Okay. I just imagine what his face looked like. But yeah, I was chubby, played football. I thought that would help me lose weight. I was thinking about the only thing, when I lost weight, Lori, is when I stopped eating bread, when I stopped eating subsidies. We'll say it that way. When I stopped eating so many subsidies, all of a sudden, my body went to the shape it's supposed to be. And I found this thing called health. But if you're eating things that the people that saving grandma are subsidizing, you're going to die. You're going to get fat and you're going to die. And that's just real. And you may not even get fat. You you just might die. These people are nuts. These people are crazy. They're oligarchs. They're not evil. They're just oligarchs. They're going to do anything corporations tell. If the corporation makes it, they're going to try to figure out a way to force it on the population to make money so they can keep their job. All right, I was thinking about the old movie, The Incredible Shrinking Woman. Oh, that was a good movie. Um, and how much the main character, Pat, we all are right now. I don't remember the movie that much, Deborah, but all right, Gerard, do have more lived experience with the RE. How older forms of synthetic biology operate in the body uh, than most RE blood. Okay, and circular and protein chain. See, now you went too far for me, Amy. You way beyond my understanding. Y'all might know what she talking about. That's just too scientific for me. I stay in my lane. That was too much for the morning. I have not had enough coffee yet, Amy, to understand your comment. I love you to death, and I apologize. But I wait, the dog's brother or the friend? Huh? Oh, all of them. They was all fighting me, Lori. Everybody. It was everything. The dogs was biting. They was biting my ankles and stuff, ripping my shoes up. My friend was like hitting me in the face, and his brother came. He was hitting me in the face, and his brother running around with a gang of dogs too. They came down too, and that's when my super Negro brother came running out the house. If it weren't for him, shoot, who knows? I might be paraplegic right now. Please share in my groups. I live in Facebook jail. Okay, Grand Rising, Gerard and everybody. Good morning, Munazabi. I am lost, Gerard. Uh-oh. Word salad now. Yeah, we got to do word salad. And unfortunately, I have to speak cryptic, Lord. You know how this works. You got to talk fast. You got to say things in ways that people understand. It's like Christ talked in analogies for a reason. Because you can't say what's true. Darkness runs this place, you know. And it's got, social media accounts that watch you. You always got to speak in codes. And it's cryptic and it's okay, but that's the only way to get the truth out. It's the only way to stay out of Facebook jail for a while. You got it. You cannot say the words. You got to avoid the words. Tell me the name again. I'm in too many groups. All right, y'all in different. And that's, well, you can talk the truth in the groups, but you can't talk the truth. That's one thing I appreciate about Facebook. You can post the truth in messages and you can post it in groups, but you can't post it publicly. They get you. Hey, good morning, Doug. And Uncola. I am Uncola. Yep. And cola is a comorbidity, Deborah. Heard that 12-year-old that got the V so he could play soccer. He died immediately, sadly. And you know what? So the shame, Lori, is he didn't get the V. There's no such thing as a V. He got the E. There is no such thing as a V. He was forced into getting to the E and he died. And I look at him the same way I look at everybody in that VAERS database. Um, it's only bad when people die if we don't do things to make the world better, to prevent more people from dying the way that they did. No, that nobody actually dies. But, how do you remember somebody who's lost? Is you go after and you change the system that killed them. So more people don't die in that way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, who's that angry face? Damn it, who did that to me? I just saw the angry face come up. What? Yeah, like what I said. What? No, you're supposed to honor. And so the reason I talk about the VAERS database a lot is for the people that we lost. We have to remember these people. And you don't remember them about forcing on other people the thing that killed them. Think about that. That's honoring the people who murdered them. Then it might be compelled murder, might not be first-degree murder, might not be second-degree or third-degree, but it's definitely compelled murder. You won't be able to go in the grocery store. You won't be able to have a job and feed your family unless you risk you dying and you killing all the people around you because you're shedding the things that your body needs to be fighting. Then that's why I said, Lori, if I took the E, because there ain't no V, I would be quarantining myself right now from all my loved ones. Because I don't ever want to do something where I get other people killed on accident. And I would until I was sure that it was safe to be around them. I get that positive pressure, level 3 suit. Going down there and hug grandma. Right? But you know what? I thought y'all was gonna be the ones bouncing around in this suit, but I guess it's me. You scared me into taking an experiment and outsourcing my immune system, and now I'm in trouble. But I don't want y'all to die because of my bad mistake. And that's what people with integrity do. I love y'all, everybody in this chat. I love everybody, Deborah. You gotta love everybody. Who is they? We are the they, Wormus. We are the they. There is no they. We are the they. We're always the they. These are our problems are systems. We are users of the systems. We work for the system. We buy from the system. Every problem on this planet is us. That's right. And that's why it's easy to fight. All we got to do is look in the mirror and do the right thing. And don't worry about other people. Don't judge nobody else because the problem is you. That's it. You ain't got to go no further beyond that. And that's why, I am the way that I am. I don't believe in judgment. I don't believe in anything other than self-work. Ain't your business what other people up to. It's your business what you up to, right? Don't worry about other people crossing the road. You need to ask yourself, do I need to take these feathers and get my butt across that road? That's how it works. Self-work. Love wins. It always is. Love and nature, Jasmine. Love wins in the end, and nature wins in the end. Always. They don't exist unless we think they are us. Exactly. The they is a system. The only thing we got to fight is the system, and it doesn't require any fighting. It just requires not using it. Stop being a bastard using the system. Stop doing what it wants you to do. It wants your division. It wants your judgment over others. It wants our immaturity. It wants our ignorance. Stop doing it. I am grateful for everyone who wants to collapse this system. Yeah, well, those are human beings, Deborah. Only a moron would want to keep this mess. Only an oligarch. Only people who don't get it. Only psychopaths, which are a part of the system too. They're part of us. But darkness drives us to light. So be thankful that these dark forces are around. If it weren't so dark right now, how would we know what to do? If darkness didn't exist, then the light wouldn't be so light. Ban the buck. All currency has to go away, Mark. The whole mindset of currency is all about slavery. We don't stand against ourselves. We don't stand against the system. The system is us, right? System is us, exactly. That was just a fight between the Pope and the English king thing, separation of powers. Yeah, and there shouldn't be a king. There shouldn't be a Pope. Nobody should be dumb enough to follow anyone else. Nobody should be dumb enough to blindly listen. Nobody should be slave enough to want a leader or a master. You're not a slave. So those things shouldn't even exist. Power is the problem on earth, and all these systems are power-based systems. Stop giving up your power. Wait, we need to stand against digitized money system. No, we don't, Deborah. No, we don't. Not really. So for me, it's a step in the right direction, right? There is a chance that we can snap our fingers, Deborah, and make everything perfect, but I've never seen that. It can happen, but it's probably not. Usually for us that I've seen in my life, we have to start walking in the right directions. And anything that takes takes away power from a centralized system is a step in the right direction. And so it's not digital money that's important. It's blockchain. That's what's important. That's a step in the right direction, but it's still currency, right? So, we're all invested in billionaires' currency, trillionaire families' currency. There are those that are fiat that they can control 100%, and there are those that are not fiat. Those that are not fiat, they got to work a little harder to control. They can't actually control the monetary system, but they control the people in the users of the monetary system. The same way the government, the corporation that's pretending to be a government right now, they can't abuse you through the Bill of Rights. They get corporations to abuse you, which get them around the Bill of Rights. And that's what they were doing with that OSHA regulation. So no, digitized money's just a tool. We're not evolved enough for it, but we need to step in the right direction. So in general, I mean, we agree that, if you can snap your finger and money goes away, slavery comes to an end. That's a good idea. But odds are we're going to have to start walking in a direction of removing power from these Rothschilds and central banks. The time to swamp, but if everything collapses, Deborah, we got to do it right away, right? If everything collapses, we then have an opportunity to not walk in the right direction, but just do the right thing. Time to activate our swarm intelligence, a trait commonly found through nature. Fear the day we all stand together. Well, that's all they fear. That's all they fear is like in the movie Ants. All they fear is all the ants realize that, we're powerful. We don't need to be serving you. Which was a great movie. If y'all haven't watched Ants, it's a great documentary about America. How all the upper class, the middle class, and the lower class are all slaves for the owners. And one day they stood up and they stopped fighting each other. except for one payment, car insurance. I pay everything in cash in person. And we should as best as we can, Deborah. Everything in cash. The less information they have, the better. Whatever they want to do the opposite. They want all the transactions and bank accounts that have over $600 in it. If you can, have $599 in your bank account, or just use everything in cash. Do the opposite of what they want. You realize that we are at war. Grandmas the world over are pissed about being made the excuse for this. And grandfathers too, Lori. I'm here to die for my grandson. Mm-mm. I'm not here to rob him of life and oxygen because I'm scared. Now, I ain't scared to die. Any day we're ready. Any day we're ready, we can do this. My grandmother is rolling over in her grave. Yeah, they are, because we became really, really stupid. And that's all about the television. Obey, one word order. Yep, one world order. That's what they want to centralize all power. So we have to go the opposite way, Lord. We need to decentralize everything and push it all the way back to human sovereignty. And say, we're not doing this experiment with kings and lords and abusing each other again, because they're all just abused power systems. I like his hair. Dr. Carrie Madev showed the weird long-legged, oh, yeah, many-legged thing. Right, the organism, the Hydra. The ejection. I hope that's not in there, but who knows? It is not the end of the world. Uh, that push by churches is crazy. Sad to put fear into people. Fear is a fuel of the dark side. Ava, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. Right. So if you were to fear nothing but God, which is what the scripture says, which is why I don't go to church, because people don't actually read the book. They just like to eat chicken and dance and sing and make some music, which ain't bad. You know, do what you want, but call a social club a social club. And that is, if you're only to fear God itself, then what the hell are you doing fearing air and oxygen? Why are you willing to abuse children because you're scared of the air? Because you don't want to stop eating chicken. They don't want to stop eating Twinkies and bagels for breakfast. That's what that's about. They're willing to abuse people because they're scared. And the church is using fear. So obviously it's not a church of God. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what God is, but all you got to do is watch the hypocrisy, and then you'll learn. Like, oh, okay, I get it. The church, okay, y'all don't actually believe in what you're preaching. Okay, well, I shouldn't be here. I obviously shouldn't be giving you 10% of any damn thing. And the same thing with the corporation pretending to be a government. Like, oh, okay, so we're supposed to get this thing. It's going to save everybody. And if you don't get it, you're a bad person. Then why don't you just exempt yourself from getting it? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. It's I don't know. I'm just thinking that a lot of people here really are like clones within the Matrix or something. I don't understand how their brains work. I don't know why they can't see it. Beginning October 15th, we on Jabberwocky are mandated to be tested weekly at work. Yes, song, this is where if you can say no, say no. It's time to go, girl. It's time to go. I'm telling people, don't go, because no, not right now. No, don't. Honey, the guy on the internet just said, time to go get the bug out bags, get in the car, let's go. No. Everybody's got to go in their own time, in their own pace when they're ready. But indicators like that tell you what they're up to and how far they're going to push this thing. All right. They don't have to inject you to put some things in you. They can put some things in you just by testing. So this is the sign that, it's time to start invoking plans to figure out where you're going to go and how can you live independent. See, right now, it's still legal for you to live free. You can live free. It's not the easiest living, but you can live free if you choose to. I'll tell you this, it's a better living, but everybody's got to make a plan. If they thought that the users of this system, a significant amount, like 5%, were going to walk away from the system, they get on their knees and they would kiss our butts and beg us to stay slaves. People have to start planning to go away. If enough people plan and just start searching for living off grid, collecting rainwater, growing my own food, all those off grid ideas, including currency, Bitcoin, all the other blockchains only. I don't like digital currencies. I like blockchain currencies, right? You start moving your money like, oh, these people are getting serious. Like they actually understand that the problem is the system and that they're users of our system. We got to figure out how to keep the slaves here on the plantation. Then they would come up with schemes to keep us happy, like give us donuts. Donuts and strippers and chicken. What else did they try to get people to outsource their immune systems? In the V under the microscope. Yep. That's where they saw it. Looked spider-like to me. It did, Heather. It could be aliens. I'm open to that theory. It could be anything. I don't know. When we operate in fear, we don't think logically. No, we don't. No, we don't. And Ava, that's actually why I don't post anything with the Hydra thing, because there's always controlled opposition, and they want you to seem crazy. And while I make a lot of jokes and I do seem crazy, there actually is a message there that I laugh around. And I think if you're smart, you're picking it up. But when you post things that are going to be proven false in a month or 2 months or whatever, possibly could be, then that's what they use to discredit you. And I'm not gonna let them do that. So I laugh around a lot of things. Kind of spider-like praying mantis. Yeah, and it could be an invading species, like could be an alien in orbit right now, and that's what they look like. And this is how they control people, by putting their little babies, injecting them. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, we do that. We do that to nature, right? We inject them with things to control them and track them. Why wouldn't aliens do that? I don't know. Anything is possible. No bacteria, virus, or body cell looks like that. Yeah, it looked pretty creepy. It's all about selling products. Abe, it always comes down to money. It's just economics. Control. Just control. They control us through economics. And they stay in power through it. Don't worry about a thing. I literally saw 3 little birds yesterday. There you go. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right when you realize you'll never die. Energy just changes form. Doesn't ever die. All right, let me start getting down to the last few comments. We're down to 11%. Well, I'm just gonna skip down a bunch. Oh my gosh, remember her? Who you remember? Tara Jade. Remember Richardson? Okay, yeah, yeah. So y'all understand. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about in the 80s. I was trying to lose weight. It didn't work, by the way. It didn't work at all. I kept eating Fruity Pebbles in the morning, and I'd make them hot bologna sandwiches for lunch. Eating the school lunches. No, I didn't lose a drop of weight. Nope. I just looked real silly in front of my father dancing to Jane Fonda. He was thinking, oh, Lord Jesus. Yeah, yeah, we got one of them. I got 2 sons, but I got one. So I wonder what his face looked like. Yep, the striped leotard. That's it. Yeah, he was a trip. He was, but that's what I thought I had to do. People kept calling me fat. I had to do what I had to do. He's still going. He ain't still going. You lying, Lori. Bridget, nobody can jump around that much. And my gosh, well, hey, you know what? Maybe you can figure something out. Just one sample of a scene from the movie. All right, there you go. Super Negro. Yep, that was my brother. See, he came to the rescue, cape and everything. I just saw it was a flash of darkness and all the, like, I was flashing out. And all of a sudden, here comes this dude. It's like, but that's what we're supposed to do. And we used to fight all the time. We used to fight. That's my brother almost hit with the damn telephone. Y'all remember telephones weighed about 100 pounds? Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if that was before or after that. I lucked up and I got on top of him. Mom and dad weren't home, and I picked the phone up. I'm going to bash this through your head, because that's just what boys do. Boys get excited. We beat each other up. That's how you show some fun and love for each other. Um, you know, but when push came to shove, no, I'm not going to hit my brother with a damn telephone. That's my brother. And he's like, damn it. I'm going to let the bullies. And my brother's probably doing that. He's probably looking out the window. Oh, yeah, they're getting him. Oh, they're getting him. Oh, Lord Jesus. See the dog leg? Hey, look, see what happened with they put the dog on him? All right, he didn't have enough. Let's get out there. But that's how we have to look out for each other, people. Make jokes, have fun, do whatever you got to do. Be mad at each other, whatever, float your boat. At the end of the day, we're the human race. We're either standing up for our cousins, or we're just as bad as the people abusing us. You got to look out for each other. That's how we win. Separation is an illusion, and that is the illusion that they utilize to keep us all slaves. Why not take the time to understand Amy's comment? Because I can't, Marilyn, I'm sorry. I have to go, girl. I don't, I want to understand it. I might come back and read it, but I don't have enough coffee yet. But I posted and showed it, and other people here understand it. And that comment will be there forever until Facebook deletes it. Aerobicizing, yep. The Girardian North American tour. Got to go around, see places. I wonder if he wore a cape. I saw a cape, Heather. I'm pretty sure he didn't have one on, but oh my goodness, I needed to laugh today. Come on to a casino near you. Yeah, there's a lot of casinos around here, Beaufort. It's weird. It's casinos and naked places everywhere. I don't know what y'all doing in the Southwest, but apparently it's cured and solved by casinos and hookers. They're everywhere, or naked people, I guess. Been missing you. We need to talk. We talked Nunya earlier. Oh, did you? I avoid all the Nunya conversations, my Lord, because it's Nunya. Ain't my business what people think I'm up to. I'm fine, Lord. Like I said, people make up all the rumors they want about me. I enjoy them actually. Hey, what is he up to? Nunya. I don't post anything private on Facebook for a reason. It boggles my mind how people post like real private information on social media. And like, you don't know these people, they're your cousins, but most of them crazy from the system and economics. I don't post nobody what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I'm up to. And a lot of times I post stuff, it's way after I do it. I'm long gone, like, oh, he's at the movies. No, he was at the movies last week. He just posted it. The only people who know where I'm at all the time, that's the NSA and them jokes. They always know where you're at. You ain't going nowhere. But online, our cousins, no, it's a lot of crazy people out here. Soon our unV blood or une blood, because there is no V for this, our une blood will be our biggest asset. It may be, Ivana. I don't know. It depends on how things go. It could make you the biggest experiment. Like it could be they need to put us in cages and keep us creating things, put us in like matrix pods and stuff so we keep making blood so they can figure out how to save everybody else. I mean, the concentration camps might still be for us. We don't know how this is going to play out. All we know is it's not going to play out in the favor of the human race. It's going to play out in the favor of big pharma and big experiments. Definitely not Big V because V is not even in this discussion. And I will give again. I'm going to give the pro V people credit, the ones that were serious. They were never in this discussion. They will never be put on TV because they don't want their product affiliated with this nightmare. It's total E. It's all E. Always fight angry faces with love. Absolutely do. Was on the road to San Diego. My truck is getting this new transmission next week, and I am taking it to the shop today. All right, well, get the pony fixed. Got to have the steel wheel. Oh, they go people. They just so people. I love low people. Low people so funny. They're like little us's, but they're actually smart. That movie. Okay, we already did this. We did these comments. Your body is still fighting the thorns while you are the host of the road. Well, you know what? The good thing about the thorns, Maryland, they educate you very quickly. I've only had 3 thorns. Three, three thorns that I remember. Put it that way. Once you get a good thorn, you learn. It's like my kids. They came down. They all got their good thorn. They're like, all right, we got it. Don't go near that. Don't go near that. Don't roll over there. Pay attention to what you're doing. Nature is nowhere near as dangerous as suburbia. You know what I'm saying, Marilyn? And once you identify the dangerous things in the area, your subconscious, your whole body works together to keep you away from them dangers. Natural dangers are easy to avoid. Synthetic dangers, lie dangers, TV, they invented TV to lie. That was the whole point, to create pictures that aren't true. And once they started to be able to lie to us, then yeah, that's dangerous. But as far as, every thorn, every prickly pear cactus is gonna get you. And your body takes that imagery and it understands that, and it keeps you away from prickly pear cactus. But the TV, it just lies to your subconscious, and that's very hard to fight with. There needs to be a butthole emoji. I agree with you on that one, both fine. I can think of a couple posts that need some buttholes with some counts next to it. Goes to see if there's a brown starfish emoji. Got song lyrics flowing through my head now. It's good to sing. Sing all day. Did I get a comment from everybody? I gotta go. Ant anarchy. Yes, the ants figured it out. We just still have not. Lamar Bob. It's been a minute. G, can you do an exploratory video on our solar system explaining your setup? Can I do an exploratory video on your solar system explaining your setup? Oh, yeah, you mean the camp? Yeah, I will eventually, Lola Moore. I'm still building. I'm still up to a whole lot of things. I'm not at a point where I'm ready to do a tour. Right now, I'm just showing people the dangers, the challenges, and mid-building stages. But most of that information is on Patreon. I think I got to. Yeah, actually, I have a Patreon video I need to release in the next few days. How many moves ahead can you see? Analysis paralysis. They can't see all of them, Marilyn. That's the problem. That's the problem with outsourcing the immune system to things that we don't understand, we can't see, and they're going to change faster than what we can keep up with. That is a strategy for failure before it even starts. Um, the ones that can't see, the not seeing ones, say that all together very fast. They've been here, they were here, very active in the 40s, and they're back now. The not seeing ones can't see that they aren't supposed to. They are here playing their roles, so we can't. Oh, so we can see, right? And that's light and darkness, guy. Right? They're driving us to light. Be thankful for them because they're going to actually make the world a better place by exposing themselves, and that's the very dangerous things that we might in the future just ban. Tanzania, Madagascar, not getting that right. Well, Tanzania was one of the first ones, Lolamar. They're the ones that were like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me if we test motor oil, it comes back positive? I wonder if they cured the motor oil yet. You mean to tell me if we test, what they test, a goat and a mango and some motor oil? Didn't they kill him? They killed the president of Tanzania. That no, I'm not playing with you. That's the one thing about countries that we've been abusing for a very long time. They are not interested in our bullshit. We're stupid and we're interested in our own bullshit. But these nations we've been abusing for a long time, the minute this came out, oh my God, something's getting loose. They're going to say that it's us. That's what they're going to do. They're going to say it came from our country, or they're going to come here to experiment on our people. So the very first thing we need to do is test the grass, the bees, the wildebeest, all these other things to have this thing that they say we're coming back positive on. And all that fake stuff came back. Oh my God, because they gave the motor oil a name, they gave the mango a name, they gave the it was a goat. I don't know what it was, and they came back positive for this thing that can only exist in human beings. So there you go. That lets you know. But it's not like he didn't tell us. The inventor of the PPPPPP test told him a long time ago. Said you cannot use my test for this. You can use my test in the lab. You cannot use it for diagnosis of disease. And they did it anyway. And the reason why he says is because they used it for HIV. Fauci used it for HIV. He said you can find anything and anything. You have enough renditions of the test. Which is why we, my friends and I, a lot of other people have been posting that this was a PCR demic from the very beginning. It was a test demic. But they hated Donald Trump, and initially he went along with it's a hoax, but then he changed his mind. He did exactly what he was told to do, which is what they're doing now. But it creates this stage of an argument, a false argument, you know. And so what does it mean? It means people want to put Donald Trump back in, and other people want to keep theirs back in, but they're all going to do the same thing for Big Pharma. It's how we see and we learn for now. Yes, it is. Yep, I believe large percentages of avatars are NCPs. I think that's true, Nikki King. I think we literally are in a simulation. You have to get tested at work. Have them tested in your mouth if that's the case. Why? Every time they put that long that tip up your nose, you can take a chance of damaging. Remember, yeah, Tara, I'm gonna say just don't. Just don't. If your plantation requires you to act like you're a slave and you're cattle and you're a dog and you don't have your records and your shots, that's not a place for a human being. That's a place for a dog. And a dog is a domesticated wolf. That's no place for a wolf. Ain't gonna play that game. If you can beat a dog into submission to do that, but yeah, if your work requires that, you need to make a plan to get out. Like I said, don't do it right now. You got to feed your family and eat. But you need to say, okay, this is the deal. So you have no respect for me as a human being. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm gonna make my plan together, make some soaps and some lotions and grow some food, buy some land. I'm gonna do something, or I'm just gonna take a job somewhere else and go do something where they actually respect me as a human being and leave. You don't want to be there anyway, right? Because now is a time where I'm not against segregation. I'm not actually against it. The people who did the E are shedding the variants that are causing the problem, according to the hypothesis that's so far proving right, or proving to be looks like that's what's happening. But I'm not gonna let you take my family and put them in no damn concentration camp. I'm not gonna let you flip the script. You know what I mean? Definitely not gonna let you do that. I'm gonna get those people's back even when they don't get it yet, because those are our people. But we do need to be separated. Right. This is about the future of the human race. And odds are, like I said, I don't think that this is the end. I don't think this is going to cause our extinction, but it's not worth the risk. If I got it, I would be distancing myself from other people to reduce what I'm shedding. But as far as if you're going to be in a workplace where people are shedding this stuff all, and where everyone's mandated to have these things or test it, and they say, "Oh, it's just easier just to go ahead and get it." You're in danger. You're truly in danger. So anyway, I gotta get going. My screen is darking out, so I can't see anything. My battery's about dead. They also use joints. Okay. Well, I might be able to see just a few more comments. Let's see the last comment where I can just duck out. Did I get something from everybody? I think I did. Oh, it's so hard to see the screen. Um, I had a chance at flu test once. Up your nose with the rubber hose with a brush on the end. Yeah, well, Marilyn, we should say that as kids. Up your nose with a rubber hose. But I've never had a flu shot. I've never been tested for the flu, and I never will be. I don't really care what these people, the reality they're living. They can live whatever reality they want. I'm not worried about flus, viruses, colds, none of that. I don't get any of them since I stopped eating subsidies and I stopped taking the drugs that this drug companies send to people. I don't get sick anymore. It's like, I don't have an issue in particular with the one thing they're injecting in people. I have an issue with the industry. I don't use anything that they give, synthetic anything. A cough syrup, headache medicine, like any of it. None of that synthetic stuff is supposed to be in my body unless it can save my life. If it can save my life, then yeah, I'm all for it. But if it means I gotta live through a little bit of pain, I'll live through that pain and I will not take their synthetic crap because it's poisoning. I don't want to be poisoned. Absolutely. All right. Shadow government. Yeah, it always is a shadow. Oh, look, Wendy. I didn't get a comment from Wendy. Look within for the light and stay in it. The Zibby will extinguish the light. The light is within. I love that, Wendy. Absolutely. The light is from within. And we all are light. We need to treat each other like we're light. When we know we're light and we treat each other like we are light, we don't have these problems. We only have these problems when we don't know we're light and we're scared. We think we're primordial goo that evolved into a human being and we're all each other's dirty. Like when we have the psychological problems that they're giving children, that's when we got a problem, right? When we accept and love each other for what you are that we don't know that you are, but you are light, you're a beautiful thing. Even though you do things that I don't like, I'll respect you and I'll get you back. That's when this all ends. Oh, Lord. I think the last comment might be Riley's. What did she say? Because she's always high, y'all. You don't never know what's gonna come out this woman's mouth. You always go, I'm high. Like, oh Lord. Um, just get some fresh picked shiitake mushrooms this morning. Okay, you go. Boom. She ain't high today. She didn't tell the truth. Maybe you high and tell more truth. I don't know. Eat fresh fruits and vegetables. Pick them fresh and regular. Put them in your smoothie things and grind them up and eat them. It's a long fight ahead. You're going to need your immune system because obviously that's what they want. They want you to outsource your immune system to them. And that's going to cause a whole lot of problems. You're going to have as much power in your immune system as possible because this is not the end. This is the beginning. These corporations aren't going to stop because we figured it out or because people stand up. These corporations are corporations. They're systems. They're not going to stop. They need to maximize the profit. They're going to get away as much as they can until we stop them. And it might be physical. Government's not going to stop. Corporation, they're government's there for power. Corporations are there for money, right? They're not going to just stop. They're going to keep going. So you need to boost your immune system. You got to get strong, start living a life where you're not increasing your problems through stress. Sometimes it means you got to get a divorce. Sometimes it means you need to go on a vacation, but you cannot be living in fear and stress. And if that TV is doing that to you, you need to turn that damn TV off. Look outside, trust your own line eyes. And when you see people falling over the street, blood shooting out the anus and eyes and stuff, okay, well, we got some kind of epidemic going on here. But if you don't see that out, that thing is on TV. Then don't turn on the TV. If you want to live in a pandemic, then watch TV. If you don't want to live in a pandemic, just go outside and be around people, and you'll see what I mean. There's a reason why they were like, oh, people are dying in the streets. But now you see videos of millions of people at protests, hundreds of thousands of people at protests, and ain't nobody getting sick. All right. Focus, focus, focus. Everything here is to play you. Kata, this is Earth. And every corporation on Earth evolved to thrive and